This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, the Red Sox open up their longest road trip of the season. And yes, life without Rafael Devers with a victory, a shutout win for Lucas Giolito and the bullpen. Sox win 2-0, extend their win streak to 6 in a row. And by the way, they really haven't scored a whole heck of a lot of runs during this current season-high 6-game win streak. We get into that and plenty more as we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, spending time in the minors, calling games for Batavia, Wilmington, Staten Island, and Aberdeen. Yes, the Clippers and Muck Dogs up in Batavia, New York. Also have called Major League Baseball on ESPN Radio, 6 college baseball regionals for ESPN. I've covered the inaugural World Baseball Classic in Tokyo, Japan, and Scottsdale, Arizona, way back in the day, and also baseball events for USA Baseball in Cary, North Carolina, Houston, and Minneapolis. You know we are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, yes, we're talking about Lucas Giolito. Yes, we're talking about Roman Anthony. Rafael Devers, who? Number 1 prospect in all of baseball, hitting his first big league home run. That in the first inning against Logan Gilbert. Red Sox again have won a season-high 6 in a row. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. First off, thank you. And also join the conversation. Hit that comment button. Join the Sox conversation. You can also continue the Red Sox conversation and the baseball conversation. Hit me up on the X, follow at Lennox on baseball. So yes, we did our Locked On Red Sox postcast after a shutout win over the Yankees on Sunday. Red Sox complete the series sweep. The Red Sox were actually on the plane. They stopped the plane, got Devers off the flight, and Rafael Devers traded to the San Francisco Giants. We can hit this from a million different directions. What our job is, though, is to continue talking about the latest Red Sox victory. That's what we do with the Locked On Red Sox postcast. You can throw your thoughts in the comment section. We'll get to as many as we can. I encourage you with the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed. Watch the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel with Gabby and also with the podcast as well. She's got reaction from that Sunday night. So, Lucas Giolito was terrific. Roman Anthony starts the game off with a 2-out solo home run against Logan Gilbert. First start since coming off the IL, and he was solid. Red Sox struck out way too many times. In fact, everyone in the starting lineup striking out at least once. Way too many strikeouts. But on the other side, Giolito and the bullpen striking out a ton as well. Giolito working with a 1-0 lead. And then the Red Sox added on to that lead as well, as they got the second run in the third inning. So Giolito, 1-0 lead, taking the mound in the home first inning, 2-0 lead, taking the mound in the third inning, and the Red Sox pitching staff making that hold up. Giolito, in the third inning, giving up 3 straight singles to the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. And then Giolito did something that certainly deserved a tip of the cap.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Loaded, nobody out, bottom of the third inning. Again, 3 straight singles to the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Seattle lineup. And in case you're wondering, this is Seattle's offense right now. They kept Aaron Judge in the ballpark except for 1 home run over the weekend at Fenway. And Cal Raleigh, 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts. Giolito got nasty. Leadoff hitter J.P. Crawford struck out. Julio Rodriguez, who went into a double play in the first inning, struck out. Cal Raleigh struck out. 27 pitches for Giolito over the first 2 innings, through 27 pitches in that third inning. Then retired 12 in a row to finish up. 1, 2, 3, 4th, 1, 2, 3, 5th, 1, 2, 3, 6th inning, just over 90 pitches for his outing. And he was terrific. Now, the bullpen, like Giolito in the third inning, Justin Wilson gives up an infield single in the 7th inning, and then a walk to Dylan Moore, who has basically 0 for his last 20 or so. But he came back, got Canzone on a pop-up, and struck out Williamson, 2 left stranded by Wilson in the 7th inning. Greg Weissert, come on, Greg Weissert, you're better than that. giving up back-to-back walks to the number 9 hitter Young and the leadoff man Crawford on 8 pitches. So what does Julio Rodriguez do? 8 straight pitches out of the strike zone, and Rodriguez decides the first pitch swing, and he pops one foul down in the count 0-1, ended up striking out. Ended up flying out to the center fielder, Cedar Rafaela, and then Cal Raleigh struck out, and then Polanco popped up to the third baseman, Weissert leaving 2 runners on base. And then you get Aroldis Chapman in the 9th. I know this is sort of a recap of the game, but this is the game. You only have a 2-0 lead. Gilbert and the bullpen for the Mariners did a nice job against the Red Sox, keeping it at a 2-run deficit. So they had tying run on base against Weissert in the 8th inning. They had foot traffic and traffic on the bases against Wilson in the 7th, and then Aroldis Chapman comes on for the 9th inning. It's been a great big pickup during the offseason by Craig Breslow. Struck out Arozarena, struck out Moore, struck out Solano, ball game over, 13th save on the season for Aroldis Chapman. 6 straight wins, 8 of 9 and 9 of 11. 2 games over 500. And a lot of the quotes from the players getting to the ballpark at T-Mobile in Seattle and the media there getting reaction from Rafael Devers. I think what spoke to me the most, Garrett Crochet and Jarren Duran basically saying, you know what, we move forward. I do believe it could be addition by subtraction right now. And the fact that the Giants took on the entire salary remaining for Rafael Devers, that plays huge as well. A lot of vitriol, a lot of hatred, a lot of anger. I understand some of it. I don't understand all of it. I think it's misplaced. I think it's passionate fans. But Rafael Devers is no longer with the team. You're going to see Rafael Devers this weekend in a Giants uniform. I sent it out on the X at Lennox on Baseball. I don't believe on the off day in San Francisco for the Red Sox on Thursday. Giants will play an afternoon game Thursday before they open up a 3-game series against the Red Sox at Oracle Park on Friday. I don't believe anyone's going to an early breakfast or a late dinner in San Francisco with Rafael Devers from the Red Sox organization. You heard during the day on Monday with Meyer, with Campbell, with Roman Anthony, with younger players still coming up, they just didn't think it was worth it having Rafael Devers around it. Then you heard from Big Papi. Jarren Duran said, you know what, I got the news. Yes, Rafael Devers is being traded. He slept on the plane, told the media, didn't have time to think about it. I had to take my nap. He's one of the best sleepers on plane rides. I admire that. I really do. Because during my time in the minors, I could sleep on that bus with the best of them. Dave Joppy, 1 year, was a hitting coach for the Wilmington Blue Rocks in the Carolina League when the Wilmington club was affiliated with the Red Sox. Dave Joppy could fall asleep almost instantly on a bus. But anyway, David Ortiz, his comments as well. Those are telling. Crochet, Duran, hey, he's gone. We'll go to battle with what we have in this clubhouse in the 26 that the Red Sox put together for us on the active roster. David Ortiz saying, hey, I've tried to talk to him numerous times. Messages not returned. Phone calls not returned. Big onus with a big contract like that, the largest in franchise history. But now life without Devers continues. We'll get into numbers of the night, but here's a number for you because you're now 2 games over 500. And you're now 12-10, 22 games without Alex Bregman. And that started off with a 1-5 mark. That's pretty impressive. It really is. And the pitching has certainly been impressive. Season high 6-game win streak. You've scored 17 runs total during this current win streak. 6 in a row. 17 runs. Back-to-back shutouts. Now 6 on the season. You keep Cal Raleigh in the ballpark. You've got Buehler on Tuesday in game 2 of the series. Then you've got Crochet. You go up 2-0 and clinch the series with Buehler on the mound on Tuesday. And this is the lineup for the Mariners. This is it. They strike out just like last year, a whole bunch. And they hit collectively as a team. But when they're not hitting, a shutout. Gilbert pitched well. Now you see Brian Wu in game 2. Then you see another right-hander, Luis Castillo, in game 3 as well. So a lot to like right now. You're in the wild card hunt. You're 2 games over 500. You pick up another game on the Yankees because guess what? The Angels in 11 blanking the Yankees Monday night in the Bronx 1-0. So the Rays and Red Sox, idle Blue Jays pick up a half game, Rays and Red Sox pick up a full game. A lot to like right now. I understand the Red Sox Nation passionate being upset with Rafael Devers traded. I don't believe for a second they're not active again at the trade deadline during this upcoming offseason. And right now, I think Craig Breslow's already working on adding something else. For the Giants, you pick up a big piece. You pick up in a trade a bat that you're going to have for years to come. They haven't been able to add the big bat in the offseason, in free agency. They get Rafael Devers. They take the entire contract. Good luck. Wish them all the best. Gonna miss him, just like you're going to miss him. But you move on. This was a terrific win. This was a great, I don't want to say statement win, but this was a terrific win for the Red Sox. Again, they've won 6 in a row. More numbers of the night and your comments as we continue. Locked On Red Sox Postcast. Glad to have you on board on this Monday night. Yes, we're on board with you. Late night tonight. Late night Tuesday into Wednesday on the East Coast, and then a day game on Wednesday. Locked On Red Sox Postcast presented by Open Phone. If you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a service emergency, like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? No, you did not. Nope, you called the next one. That's why having a reliable business line is so important, and that's why you need Open Phone. Open Phone is the number one business phone system. Number one business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or on your computer. With Open Phone, your whole team can share one number and respond to customers like a shared inbox. No more, hey, who's handling this in the office? And the AI agent handles the after hours calls, answers common questions, and captures leads so you never miss a customer again. Open Phone right now is offering Locked On Red Sox Postcast listeners 20% off on your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you have an existing number with another service, Open Phone is going to be able to port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. Locked On Red Sox Postcast also brought to you by Supply House. Hey, right now, get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trade. Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done and get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you are going to find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service. So you're always going to talk to a real person. And for the trade pros looking for that extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage, and now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Use promo code SH5. That's SH5 for 5% off on your first order. That's supplyhouse.com, supplyhouse.com. All right, let's hit it. I've really been looking forward to hearing your comments about this victory, and I know we're going to get some Devers comments in there as well. I'm going to be an old man when we finally can make a true determination as to whether or not this was a good trade for the Red Sox and the Red Sox organization. I know it's hard to sort of dismiss some of what is on social media and then also accept other as truth. Chris Cotillo doing a terrific job, Mass Live, over the last 24 hours. Jen McCaffrey on The Athletic had a terrific story as well with Devers being traded by Craig Breslow and the Red Sox organization. Who is our leadoff hitter as we talk about a 2-0 victory for the Sox over the Seattle Mariners in Seattle? Red Sox diehard. Absolutely. I am still at a loss for words about Devers. I understand that. Red Sox diehard also following up with Go Sox, 6 in a row. Pitching was dynamite. Pitching has been outstanding. I'm going to go over a number of the night again because our next comment is going to come from Ethan. And I just want Ethan to know, as I said in the first segment, the Red Sox are now 12-10 with Alex Bregman on the IL. Ethan just graduated from college. There you go, Ethan. Great job. Congratulations. Red Sox on a 6-gamer, and I'll be depressed Rafi is gone. You can be. He's not the first. He's not. And I know it's, hey, Ethan, again, congratulations on graduating from school. Outstanding. Tip of the cap to you. I mean, look at the franchise here. Babe Ruth. Fast forward. Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, Johnny Damon, Jacoby Ellsbury, Nomar, Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, and now Rafael Devers. It's not the first time. It's not. Red Sox diehard still trying to make sense of the trade. I can't. Okay. Kind of doubling up there. That's all right. We've got Logan. New subscriber. Go Sox, baby. Logan, welcome aboard. We're here within minutes of the final out of every Red Sox game, or at least we try to be. The only games we've missed so far this year, the doubleheaders. So, Logan, again, welcome on board. You can get notifications if you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel as to when we go live. George, awesome pitching by Giolito and Chapman. George, I noticed you left Wilson and Weissert out of there, and I do understand. I do. I really do. The Red Sox starting pitching has been terrific of late. 7-1 and one no decision over the last 9 games. That after a stretch where it was forever Crochet and nobody else picking up a victory and a winning decision as a Sox starting pitcher. Last 9 games, 57 and 2/3 innings, 38 hits allowed, 17 runs all earned allowed over those 57 and 2/3 innings, 12 walks and 56 strikeouts. By the way, number of the night, look this one up, and I have it. I verified it. Number of the night, 4 times now this season where a Red Sox starting pitcher has struck out 10 or more. Garrett Crochet the first 3, Lucas Giolito doing a terrific job with 6 scoreless innings and a season-high 10 strikeouts in the 2-0 victory against the Seattle Mariners as the Red Sox get post-Rafael Devers life underway and the 9-game road trip underway as well. Elsa's dad, when does Kyle Harrison start his first game? It's a great question. Harrison's going to start his Red Sox career off in the minor leagues. You know, they got the guy from Minnesota, the reliever, last week. He still hasn't made his big league debut, or his Red Sox debut, I should say. Alcala, I believe it is. I'm sure they're going to want to see a little bit of Harrison in the minor leagues, see what works for him. Hicks will come off the IL soon. I think he's going to throw a bullpen this week. Tanner Houck is going out on a rehab assignment, I believe pitching on Wednesday as well. Adam, throwing more fastballs has been a huge difference on this 6-game win streak. Establish the fastball. Yeah. Adam, you're 100% right. Agree to agree right there. Red Sox pitchers have been, last year I could not stand Red Sox pitchers throwing the sweeper because every sweeper was hit 400 feet, it seemed, and out of every big league ballpark. George, how do you replace 900 OPS with this hitter-challenged offense? I think you have to give it a little time, but right now, think of the movie Moneyball, where they didn't mention Miguel Tejada ever or any of those great pitchers that the Oakland A's had, and Brad Pitt as Billy Beane and Peter Brand. Think when they replaced Giambi and Damon. They didn't just replace it with one guy. They replaced it with Scott Hatterberg and a bunch of other guys too, including Old Man Justice. It's not going to be on any one guy right now. It can't be in this lineup. You bring Bregman back, that's going to help extend the lineup some more. And I still believe, I'm not sure if it's going to be one that happens or not, but I think Christian Campbell would benefit from going down. Maybe it's through the All-Star break. Maybe it's beyond. You don't tell him, hey, you're going down for 2 weeks, then you're coming back up. No. Work on his defense and work on hitting. A lot of his hits, I don't know if they're jam jobs or not, but they just kind of sneak through the infield. But I think he's the guy that goes down eventually. Abreu should be back this weekend. That's going to help the lineup as well. So, again, you're not replacing – right now you're not replacing Rafael Devers and what he brings. Slugging, OPS, all those different things. Big home runs. You're not doing it in just one fell swoop. Logan, what a bang from Anthony. Yeah, you just feel so good. His first at-bat of the night. The only other hit he had was that big double that knocked in a couple of runs earlier in the homestand that just wrapped up on Sunday at 5-1 against the Rays and Yankees. George, Wilson, and Weissert worked out of gyms. They did. But you don't want 2 runners on base for Greg Weissert when you don't throw a single strike and you throw 8 straight pitches out of the strike zone. Ethan thought the press conference by Kennedy and Breslow was pathetic. Nobody liked the trade. And if you didn't like the trade, you weren't going to certainly like what you heard from Sam Kennedy and Craig Breslow. I think you still give Breslow, he's still, I don't want to call it on-the-job training. The next thing for me, and I've said this all the way back to last year, it's time to, now you start establishing the pitchers in the minor leagues, and you develop the pitching from within, relievers or starting pitchers. He's still got a little bit of a leash for me on that. Want to see what they do in terms of the pitching going forward. And Harrison's a big piece of this right now, a lefty. Talking about potentially a top-of-the-rotation guy. You want to put him with Garrett Crochet? I think that'll be fun. Jules checking in. Please don't mention Devers again, the past. Well, Jules, I think that's unrealistic. Just like I think it's unrealistic that the Red Sox are going to win, extend this win streak and win 21 in a row. It's going to happen. He's part of the conversation now. And you're certainly going to talk about him this weekend when the Red Sox are in San Francisco for a 3-game series against the Giants. Red Sox diehard, I will wear my Boston cap no matter what, but it feels better after a win. Of course it does. Absolutely. Notice the high pitch my voice got there? Yes, certainly. Aiden, I can't believe Giolito struck out 3 with the bases loaded. Well, as Ricky Bobby said, that just happened, referencing Talladega Nights, I think, for the second time in 3 or 4 days. Look like the old Giolito tonight. Just awesome from Red Sox diehard. Let's get to Elsa's dad. I'm glad Devers is gone. Bad attitude always stays around. It's like when the next pin, when will the next pin drop? Yeah, I think that's accurate. It's always going to be something. Let me get George up there again. And it was the top of their lineup. Duran the triple. Both runs scoring with 2 outs. Man, you love Duran, watching him run the bases. I wonder now if they're talking to him, possibly extending him somehow, some way. I really don't want him going anywhere. Allie checking in. Allie Bats. I hope tomorrow night doesn't have as many Devers references. Let's focus on the current roster. 100%, like Norman Dale and Hoosiers. Support us for who we are, not for who we are not. Another sports movie reference right there. If you haven't seen Hoosiers, shame on you. Danny, Sox View from Wyoming tonight. Danny's still up. It's early for Danny. I'm one of the few that likes the team moving Devers. Toxicity in any workplace is never worth any measure of talent. Everyone will play better with him gone. Remains to be seen, but you're off to a good start. Allie, Jules, I agree. Yeah, again, this is, we're trying to balance it here, but this is the first time we've been on. And it's certainly part of the storyline right now for the Red Sox. Joshua Chapman was elite again. He's been outstanding. 13th save on the season, strikes out the side in the 9th inning. And the way Giolito, Wilson got the strikeouts, Weissert kind of went through after they, the 2 relievers in front of him got things going in the right direction. Chapman has just been pretty much lights out. 1-inning guy, grown to accept that, and he's been terrific. Logan, it's a new beginning, hoping something comes out of this. It is. And in the next couple of weeks, all the way up to the trade deadline, we're going to talk about Craig Breslow adding. I'm hoping it's a right-handed bat. Chapman unhittable from George. Check in from Danny. Duran, best player, not Devers. Despite the narrative today, Devers only has one way to affect a game. Duran affects the game in multiple ways. You could certainly say that. I think that's accurate. Logan has a question. Do you think we're going to buy or sell at the trade deadline? Buy. You got the wild card. You're 2 games up of 500 right now. You've won 6 in a row. Yes, they're going to buy. Now with this trade, you've got Tibbs, a left-handed bat, selected by the Giants. I think he was number 13 last year out of Florida State. His bat's coming. I believe he's starting at Double-A Portland. I could be wrong on that, though, because I think he was at High A in the Giants system at the trade. But that's a guy, you've got Anthony, you've got Meyer, 2 left-handed bats, young, talented left-handed bats. Tibbs could move There could be a team that they're talking to right now about a potential deal, and Tibbs might be a guy that certainly is of interest in a team that you might be working a potential deal with. Joshua, good to see the Sox just continue to roll. Yeah, 100%. I think that it speaks volumes that this team, they didn't let it bother them. Move on. That's a younger generation. For anyone over 35, still a very young roster. I mean, Devers was a veteran on this team. Logan, what do you think? Y'all, Campbell at DH, should it be Refsnyder? Yes, I do think Refsnyder sees more. I can go with that. Breslow from Ethan has to be working on something after the Devers trade. I believe that 100%. Not gonna be able to get to all of these. Logan, Steve, if you were the GM, who would you get at the trade deadline? Logan, I wouldn't be surprised if they mess it up again somehow. Come on. You added Bregman, Crochet, and Chapman, Wilson during the offseason. Craig Breslow gets no reprieve from Red Sox fans whatsoever. What do I think? You know who I really like? And we're going to wrap up here, and I do appreciate all of the comments. We're not going to get to them all, and that's part of having success here. I might actually be shorter in my opening going forward as we continue going the back and forth. In the baseball offseason, if the Mets don't extend Pete Alonso, I want Pete Alonso hitting home runs over the Green Monster as a member of the Red Sox starting in 2026. So the trade deadline here, I've been thinking about some of the names. O'Hearn from the Orioles is going to be on the market, but I don't think the Orioles are going to send him to Boston. I don't think the Red Sox are going to want to send any talent within the AL East as well. Eugenio Suarez, Arizona, that might not be a bad bat to add. I think he's a free agent at the end of the year, so you're not giving up a ton. Basically, you could call it a rental. But Logan, Suarez in that lineup, I think that would add a lot. I really do. Ethan, what is Ethan happy about? You know what I'm happy? That it looks like I may be wrong about my Bregman take, but it was really looking dire at the time. Logan, I appreciate the trade thoughts. Ethan, we're right there with you, pal. We're good. We're good. Not going to be able to get to the rest of the comments here. What's on tap? Positive start to the trip. Pitching trend continues. Another solid outing. 6 innings, 7 innings. That's what you want from Red Sox starting pitchers. You get Crochet, and you hope Buehler does the same, 6 or 7. So you have that bullpen set up for Crochet, because I think Crochet, you'd like 6. Maybe they back him off a little bit on Wednesday. That could be a possibility. But you want as much available out of that bullpen Wednesday, potential of either taking the rubber game in the 3-game series or possibly another sweep as well for the Red Sox, and it would be the first of the season on the road. Brian Wu, Walker Buehler, the pitching matchup, Game 2. And with that, we remind you that we're going to be on within minutes of the final out of Game 2 of the 3-game series in Seattle. But the Red Sox open up the road trip with a positive win, especially after trading Rafi Devers after the series sweep Sunday on Father's Day to the San Francisco Giants. As always, we tip our cap to you, and also thank you to our sponsors as well, Supply House and Open Phone. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, you know it. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.